Okay, so this is actually a test redo for the last exam, which was on compound inequalities. Actually, no, she totally got that freaking title wrong. There is absolutely no absolute values here. So what she have here is garbage, but I'm not surprised. So it's basically compound inequalities, and then it's the triangular, it's the Hinge theorem, is what this is. So I'm just going to rewrite it because this is completely wrong. So test on Hinge theorem, which is on triangle inequality, and compound inequality. All right, so you subtract the 2W, you should get 3W. Add the 9, you should get a negative 6 divided by 3. You do not change the sign, which is a negative 2. That's your first one. Second one, you just go ahead and box the next side. So this one, you add the 9, which is going to give you a 33 divided by 5. 33 divided by 5, you got to rewrite it. So 5 times 6, 6 and 3/5, right? But at least you have an understanding of how big this is. Obviously, the smaller number is going to be negative 2. You also graphed this incorrectly last time, so you need to do better with this. The other one should be 6 and 3/5. First one should be a closed circle going to the right. Second one should be a open circle going to the left. Why is it not working? I don't understand. Go on to B. You don't need to wait for me. Go on to B. I was just for B, this is an or, so you know it's gonna go in opposite direction. The first one, D is less than negative 6 or 3D. Divide it, you get a negative 2. Second part of this, you subtract a 1, so 4D is greater or equal to 12. 12 divided by 4 is a 3. When you're done with that, make sure you draw your inequality. You should have a negative 2 on the left, positive 3 on the right. At the negative 2, it's closed circle going to the left. At the positive 3, closed circle going to the right. And it is or because going opposite directions. Okay, C. For C, you got to break this apart. That's the first part. So that's going to be subtract the 6y, you get 3y, minus the 4, you get negative 18. Divided by the 3, you get a negative 6. That's your first one. Second one over here, 9y is less than or equal to 31 minus 4 is a 27. 27 divided by 9 is a 3. Let's go ahead and graph this. When we graph this, we have a -6 on the left and a 3 on the right. At -6, it's an open circle going to the right. At +3, it's a closed circle going to the left. Make sure you have an open circle and a closed circle. Okay. Okay, for D, it's an or, so you know it's gonna go opposite sides. So we're gonna start off with, well, actually, we don't need to separate it, just kidding. So 6m, add the 4, divide. And these ones do not have any negatives that you're dividing, but remember, when you divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to switch the inequality sign, right? Okay, so that'll give you a 4. M is greater or equal to 4. Second one over here is 3m, subtract the 2, is -9. M is less than -3. So let's go ahead and graph the inequality. -3 and 4. First one here at 4 is a closed inequality or closed circle going to the right. And then m is less than -3, open circle going to the left. And they're in opposite directions, so you know you did it correctly. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, back side of the test. Okay, remember, opposite angles and opposite sides, right? So if the opposite side is a small angle, then the opposite angle is a small angle too, right? Okay, find the range. When you're looking for the range, for the values containing x, correct? So we're only looking for things that contains x. Well, I know this angle contains x, right? And also know that there's another angle right there, right? So here, what you have here is first angle is 75 degrees. Your second angle is 4x plus 7, right? The side that is opposite of this is 16. These are the angles. These are the sides, correct? Opposite of this angle is 19. Well, which side is bigger? Isn't 19 bigger than 16? So then you do the same thing with the angles. 4x plus 7 is greater than 75. So let's solve it. 75 minus 7 is 68. 68 divided by 8 is 17. That is your answer.
Okay.
So I don't know how you got 27, but okay. Make sure you label, make sure you put angle and side. Okay, label it. All right. Okay, the shortest segment in the figure below is PN. So here is PN. And it's saying explain why this is the shortest and this is the shortest side, correct? Well, if that's the shortest side, then angles PMN, which is this angle, has to be the smallest angle, because if the side is the smallest, then the angle is the smallest, right? So I don't know what this angle is, but I also know that this is a triangle right here, correct? And in a triangle, it always adds up to what? Stop playing with your hand, pay attention. 180 minus what are the two different angles? Subtract that, please. At some point, you gotta stop. You gotta get tired of being sorry all the time, because I can't spend any time with your sister because I'm helping with this. This angle right here, which is angle PMN, is 50 degrees, right? Compare that to all the other angles. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other angles. Is that the smallest angle? If that's the smallest angle, then you know the side opposite of that small angle is going to be the shortest side. Does that make sense? Find the range of the measurement of the third side of a triangle when given the two sides have the measurement 8 and 12. You need to draw a picture of it. When it's asking for the range, remember how we do with two different parts? We assume if we have two short sides, correct? And let's say that's x, correct? If the two sides are short, then let's say 8 plus 12 half bigger than x, right? 20 is greater than x, correct? Other one's a long side. X is a long side. If x is a long, I'm sorry, not a long side. 12 is a long side, right? Like one of the numbers is a long side. Then x plus 8 is greater than 12. These two are your answer. You just put them together. X in the middle. Like that. Or 4 is less than x is less than 20. You're given two sides. Third one is x, correct? You're going to assume that the 12 is the longest side because 12 is bigger than 8, right? And who knows? X could be 9, correct? Set it up like that. The two shorter sides is always bigger than the longer side, right? And then you assume that x and 12 are the shorter side. X plus 12 is greater than x. Solve it and then write the inequalities, put it together. Can the sides 3, 3.5, and 7 form a triangle? So draw the picture first. 3, 3.5, 7. Can they form a triangle? Remember how we did this? The sum of the two short sides always bigger than the long side, right? So let's assume if 3 plus let's do the long side of 7. So we're going to assume that 3 plus, actually, you don't have to do that. We'll just let them do this. 3 plus 3.5 is greater than 7. Well, the sum of the two short side is not greater than 7, right? So it's not a triangle. Okay. All right, last question. Find all possible of x, correct? You have 3 different sides. I don't know which one's a short side, which one's a long side, so we're going to assume 3 different scenarios. Okay. Three different scenarios. Scenario one, let's assume that side AB plus AC is greater than BC, right? And that's assuming that BC is a long side, right? Okay, let's think of another one. What's another side that we can assume is a long side? That we did not use yet as BC. BC already is used. What's another side? AB. Okay, if AB is the long side, then AC plus BC is greater than AB, correct? Last scenario. What's another side that we can use as a long side that we have not used yet? AC. So then that means AB plus BC is greater than AC, right? Now that we have this written down in letters, we can go ahead and put in the variables in, correct? AB is x plus 5. AC is 3x plus 12 is greater than BC, 5x minus 5. Combine your like terms. Subtract the 4, add the 5. That's your first inequality. X is smaller than 22. Next one, AC, which is 3x plus 12. BC, which is x plus 5, is greater than the long side AB, which is, what pronouns again? AC, BC, 5x, oops, I screwed this up. BC is 5x minus 5 is greater than x plus 5. 8x plus 7 is greater than x plus 5. 7x, negative 2, x is greater than negative 2 over 7. Well, you can't have a negative, right? So this one is just, you just put undefined or not possible, whatever, okay? So we're not going to use that one. Because remember, when we go ahead and write the inequality, we need to have two answers, correct? Just like, do you remember for C, you see how we did this one here and this one here, and then we're able to push them together to make this part right here? Here, we can't have three of them, right? So one of them is obviously going to be incorrect. Okay, AB, which is going to be x plus 5. BC, which is 5x minus 5, is greater than AC, which is 3x plus 12. Combine your like terms. X is greater than 4. Okay, so now that we have two of them, put an X in the middle, right? So X is greater than 4, X is smaller than 22. That is your inequality. And that is what you're going to be testing tomorrow. Do you understand? So I'm going to end this and you're going to study for this, yes? And that's everything that's going to be on your test, okay? It is 9:13 right